Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to another RSG episode on NPR on a Taco Tuesday. Should be a lot of fun. Hope everyone's got their tacos in their hand and are enjoying a delicious meal of tacos on this great Tuesday. We got a great show for you today, and we hope you enjoy it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RSG Lunch Hour. I just wanted to do some NPR voices for you guys today, just to throw you off, because usually I come in full of energy. I tricked them, Grim. Ha ha! Science. And welcome to the Let's Stream, where we talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and hang out with you wonderful people and have fun doing it. That's the voice you heard is Grim. He is with us today. Hello, Grim.
How's it going, guys?
And we are here to talk shop about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and have fun doing it. And we will do that with our traditional things that we do. We will suffer through mod depression. We will do a roster review, and then we will get to your questions. And if you would, like to have if you would like to have one of your questions answered, all you need to do is put question in the chat and make sure you put question for your statement, and we'll get those scooped up. So there you go. I think that is everything on that. Make sure you give the thumbs up, subscribe, give your greetings out there, say hello in chat, whip out your pickles, do your stroking of your Wookiees, all that fine fadoodle noodle stuff, and we will say hi to you guys. I'd like to shout out everybody in the chat and say hi to all the boys and girls out there in TV land. So, but yes, welcome to a Taco Tuesday here on RSG. I think I will get tacos today, Grim, for Taco Tuesday. I think
you are choosing wisely.
Yes, I've made a good choice. I think getting some tacos is a good choice. I like the choice. I'm going to stick with the choice. So there you go. But yes, get your greetings in. We'd like to say hello to everybody. Say hi to everybody in chat. Say hi to everybody there. And while you're doing that, let's kick off the show with what I like to call the Ranger Suffers a Lot movement, and this is where Ranger J 1999 does mod depression. That's right, folks. It's time for some mod depression. And if you're new to the show, this is where Ranger J 1999, being the dumb idiot that he is, decides that he's going to try to roll mods on the stream. And although Ranger J 1999 gets good mods all the time, he fails to see the fact that during the stream, it is not a good idea to try to roll mods. Out of the thousands and thousands and thousands of mods he's ever done on the stream, it has always turned out to be that he's only rolled 2. Not 200, 2. But we persevere on. We have to keep fighting the good fight. We got to roll these mods. We're not going to get good mods unless we fight the fight. We got to get in those trenches. It's tough. War's tough. We can handle it because we're tough too. Alright, let's look at some of these mods. What are you? You're a 5. You're a 5. Okay, maybe. And you guys are all 4s. Right. Alright, so we got some rolling to do here. Alright, let's go for it. Let's go for a slice. Need some mats. And we will go for it. Will things change today? I don't know. But we'll see what happens. We're going to go for it. All we can do is try, Graham. All we can do is try. Now,
all signs point to maybe.
Yeah. It's not a good sign. All right, we're going to go for it. Here we go. And, wait a minute. This monster has defense. This is not a good sign, and it's already hit health. I don't have a good feeling about this, Graham. But here we go. And it hits speed.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. I'm going to fall for the trap, Graham. I'm going to go try to get some of this mod energy. Say, meh. All right, let's see if we can get the mats we need. We got more than enough. All right, here we go. We're going to fall for the trap, see? It's going to hit defense, see? But we hope they hit speed, see? There we go. And it did! It hit defense! There's the mod depression that we were waiting for. I had gained hope, and it didn't work out.
Told you it was a trap.
It was definitely a trap, but I had to go for it. I mean, if you don't try, Grim, you're never going to succeed, right? You know what I mean? I had to go for it, but I mean, I had hope, but it was a fool's hope, you know? So, I mean, well, you know, I had to do it.
And that is why you failed.
Lack of force and vision, you do. Should have listened to Master Yoda. But I didn't. And we sit here with the depression again. Right. So that happened. Let me just get my dailies done. And then we're going to shout everybody out. So get your greetings in. We're about to call out everybody's names. Hello to everyone. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. Come on. Come on. Let me get this last multi-sim in. Thank you very much for playing. And I didn't, I didn't check, let me check the store. I didn't think I saw it.
Angel just, it wouldn't be mod depression if it didn't dangle hope. Oh, it dangled something.
It dangled, yeah, it did something all right. I don't think there was anything in here that, your crap. Nope, 3 speed. I'm not wasting money on that. All right, so there we go. So let's say hi to all the skewers out there and give our greetings. Obi-Wan Kenobi says use Vader rework. You know, I will do that right now on the stream, on the screen. Let's go do this jet places of power. We'll put him in there. We'll put on auto and see what happens. No, I don't want to start with you, Vader. Let's go Darth Revan. Let's go Vader, Malik, Basila, and we'll throw Palpatine in there. Actually, let's go Palpatine lead. Palpatine lead with Darth Revan. Oh, good. Good. And then we'll put on auto and let him do his thing. Yes, the Vader rework is here. And boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It is amazing. I love it.
It's good, powerful Vader. We had a sneaky suspicion with the artwork update that maybe that was what was happening, but we didn't want to get our hopes up. But they didn't let us down. Damn good rework. Really, really damn good rework. And Vader feels like Vader now. So we'll just watch his glory.
Actually, it wasn't really a rework. It was more of just a touch up, really.
More of a touch up.
Because all they did was just add that one skill and left him the same.
Kind of a big skill to add. Trying to change the whole kit. Just a little bit. Is now he's a monster, and he should be a monster because it's god dang Lord Vader. All right. All right, let's get into there. Nobunaga's here. Says, aloha, pickle flashers. Hello, Nobunaga. Greetings from Utah. Says, greetings on Taco Tuesday, Skewed reviewers. Hope you're all doing well, and same to you. Badrango says, good morning, oh, ye skewed ones. Oh, thank you. You recognize Hulk right now. Something, thank you. Darth Vader 87 says, hello. Hello, Darth Vader 87. Angel Chiss says, howdy, everyone. Hey, Angel. Just J, just the initial J. I like it. Simple, elegant, effective. Says, good morning, RSG. And any other Ray owners ready to quit over this? Think my Ross review today, but the Vader thing has me super frustrated. I wouldn't go crazy right now, Jay. I mean, I've got Ray, but I'm not too worried about it. I mean, if it turns out, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's only been a day, so let's see how it all plays out. But
I mean, if you're willing to quit over what is supposed to be one of the most powerful characters in the game.
Well, Grim, you missed. Come on, I know why.
Remember,
hold on.
Vader was one of the most powerful Sith in the Empire.
That's not the point. The point is people went bananas to get Rey and had to go through hell in a handbasket.
Rey is still really good, though.
Well, I know she
is. How they changed him.
I know, but if you're a Rey owner and this. I know it's Darth Vader, but if you had to go through hell in a handbasket, which a lot of people have, to get Rey, and then all of a sudden this other character where you just farm comes in and wrecks the shit out of her, I mean, how would you feel? I'm just asking, Grim, how would you feel if that was the case? I don't care.
I would drop a Zeta on Darth Vader, because more than likely the people that have Rey already have Vader 7-star Gear 12 Plus.
But you get the point, right? That
I understand, but I mean,
it's just the way it is. I mean, you go through all this stuff to get Rey, and then they drop a character. I agree. Vader needs to be powerful. I love the kit. I'm glad he is. And I have Rey, and I'm like, okay. But, I mean, it is what it is, and I don't mind it so much. But I can understand people being pissed off about it because I see that point of view where it's like, well, wait a minute. I'd had to go through all this. You made me Relic 5 Rose Tico for her. And then you're going to say Vader's going to come in here and just wreck her ass like it's nothing? See?
Well, to be honest, Vader should have been wrecking long before that.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, but so that's the way it is. But I would say,
yes, I do understand. I do understand.
But I get where you're coming from, Jay. I wouldn't quit or do anything like that. It's frustrating in that sense, but yeah, it'll work itself out. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Again, it's still early. It's only been a day, and people are showing videos and stuff. But again, we need more context to see how it all plays out. So we'll see. Just hang tight, Jay. We'll see what's going on. Dami P says, Darth Vader Tuesday, more like it. Rejoice while it lasts. What a blast. Yes. That wouldn't shock me at all, honestly, if they just tweaked it to where Galactic Legends were not affected or something like they add a sentence like that in there. Which is I'm surprised they didn't add that before then. But their history of testing stuff ahead of time is not very good. It's just not.
Hello, Ranger. Hello, Grim. Hello, Skewed.
See, now that's what I'm talking about,
Hey,
Grande. That was a proper way to come into the stream and say hello. You just popped in and say hi, and that's the way you should do it. Good job, Grande. We are saying hi to the skewers and talking about Darth Vader. Let's see here. Darsign 1972 says, "Happy Taco Tuesday." I couldn't tell if that was an NPR radio or or Bob Ross impression. Oh, I gotcha. What else? 93 says, "I suppose YouTube will let us know about the stream in 10 minutes or so." Happy Taco Hump Day. It's not a hump day. It's a Taco Tuesday. Don't get your days mixed up. What else? 73. That's when bad things happen. Skywalker Vader says, "Lord Vader has arrived up here in Canada as well." Says, "Good afternoon, everyone." There he goes. Our skill representation up north in the Presidential. Torn Jack says, "What's up, RSG? What's going on, TJ?" CBO 97 says, "Tacos." Indeed, my military brother. Ouchie girl, Ouchie Dumpling says, "Hey, I'm awake." Oh, the lunches. Well, we're glad to have you here, Ouchie, when you were awake and functioning and here. Drink some coffee and wake up and come hang out with us. Woodall says, "Hi, all." Hello, Woodall. Hermit Fulgrim says, "Bricks out." You damn right. The Axeman says, once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy." Nightmare says, "Good afternoon," with his pickle out. Very nicely done there, Nightmare. Angel Chiss says, "Vader's amazing and I'm a Ray owner. Happy to have a cheap counter." It is nice. It's very nice. It's so nice. I mean, Vader's pimp now.
Vader is really fun now, yeah.
And then it says, till CG nerfs it. I wouldn't be surprised if they look at some of the data and be like, uh-oh, we screwed up again. Oh, goodness. Zilov Zebra says, hey, RSG, Vader's dope, yes. Score 30 with a question. We'll get to those later. Buzzsaw with the tacos. Very nice. Let's see here. Who else hasn't popped in? Nathan H says, "Hello there, skewers. RSG and Pickle Time, you damn right." I'm looking for everybody I haven't called out yet. There he is. Gappy says, "Hey, RSG peeps. Happy Toasty Taco Tuesday. Get your pickles on your tacos." I mean, if that's what you want on your taco, I mean, put your pickle in your taco. There you go. Ray Rock says, "Good too for Tuesday morning, skewers. Pickle flashes and Wookiee strokers. Very nice." Foreigners here says, "Hello there, skewers." Finichico, our man, says, good morning, and I'm glad to have you guys all here. Let's see here. Anybody else? I'm looking for anybody. And it updated. I have to go all the way back. God damn it. Let's see. Revenue, did you enjoy your meme in the RSG Discord yesterday? I did not see it. So I'll have to go look. Aramills here says, "Thickest Australian accent possible. Good day, everyone. How you doing, mate? Glad to have you here, Airmill. Always a pleasure to have you here with us." Bill Budlickers here says, "Happy Tuesday. Who do I have to blank to have CG give me some mother effing rework?" Well, it's a lot of people you're gonna have to stroke, but I don't know. Let's see here.
That is not something the Jedi tell you.
I am no Jedi. Lord Megatron and the Decepticons are here. We're looking for that Energon, and we've got it for him. So there you go. Tress Dark Lord says, "Sup, y'all? Sup going on, Tress?" Honcello says, "Hey, guys." Honcello, what's up, homie? Let's see here. Kaya is here. Hello, Kaya. She says, "Ray and Luke are great in Lightside GOTB no matter what I have, both, and I think Vader rework is okay." I like it too, Kaya. I think it's a really good rework.
Oh, and from a lore standpoint, this is how Vader should.
They said that they wanted that Rogue One Vader, and god damn it, we got him.
Well, I mean, like, you remember, well, I don't know if you read the Vader comic books.
Yes,
did you, Ranger?
Yes, Graham.
I mean, you know, Vader killed a lot of Jedi. Vader killed a lot of rebels and came out with no scratches on
Although
him.
that one Jedi, I'm not going to spoil anything, laid the paint on.
There was
Vader's
one
ass.
Jedi. There was, well, actually, no. It wasn't a Jedi. Remember?
Well, he was a former Jedi. We'll just leave it at that. Let's not spoil anything. So
but like, I mean, in one of the comic books, Vader's surrounded by about, what was it, 200 rebels, and he killed all of them.
Mm-hmm. He's a bad man.
That's one of his most famous sayings right there from the comic books is, the
I
rebels
don't know
are
if that
yelling
is
at
as
him,
pimp as when
surrender, you're surrounded. And Vader's all, no, I'm surrounded by fear
See,
and dead
I
men.
like that in the lore, but my most famous lore things that I know about is when Mace Rework was surrounded by all those bounty hunters and stuff, and he just pulled out his lightsaber, didn't turn it on, and just said, "Think about it," and they all surrendered. He didn't even have to kill them; they just all surrendered. I was like, "That's pimp."
Yeah.
Only Mace would pull some shit like that. All right, excuse me. Let's see here. Silverball says, I love Vader rework. It doesn't need to be OP or meta change. It just needs to be fun to play. And it is. It is really, I mean, CG, man, they're coming strong, man. After we yelled and threatened to kill them. The look of it was pretty damn amazing. And I give them props for that. It was pretty damn good. And God damn, if they didn't come back and hit another home run, back-to-back home runs from CG. Damn it, what the hell is going on? I'm not used to this. Competency
No,
and good
Ray
stuff
Rocket,
from there.
the lightsaber killed him.
All right. Let's see here. JV420's here. Says, up, everyone. Glad to have you here. Dark Helmet says, with the rework touch up, should I Zeta Vader on EP's leadership? You damn right. Put all that crap on. Are you kidding me? I put all that crap on. Jedi Gunny's here. Says, hi RSG, how great is Vader rework? Finally someone to get excited about with Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Yes, indeed. Kane77's here. Says, my birthday, I'm drinking whiskey. Kane, happy birthday. Can we get some happy birthdays in
Happy
the
birthday, man.
chat? If you want me to do a special birthday shout out of any voice, anything, let me know and I'll be more than glad to do it. Let's see here. I'm just going through. Get your questions in. We'll get the questions later. Angel Trish, Vader has altered the meta. Pray he doesn't alter it further. Nathan H. Ranger, you need to threaten them more often. Yeah, I take full credit. Well, here at RSG, we take full credit for everything that's happened. So you're all welcome for the great Luke event, and you're all welcome for the Vader rework. Yeah, good. You're welcome.
I do have to say they did so good with the Luke event, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's what we do here at RSG for you guys.
Yep. If it wasn't for you,
I'm
Ranger.
just going to tell you right now, for the Vader event and for the Luke event, I blame Finn.
No, we don't blame Finn. We take credit. Why would you blame Finn for that? It was great events. Why would we blame Finn? There's nothing to blame.
I'm going to blame him. I blame Finn. I'm just telling you. We blame Finn all the time. So for the Luke event and the Vader rework, I blame Finn.
But there's nothing wrong with those. This is good stuff. Why
Well, it doesn't have to be wrong for there to be blame, right?
Yes.
No,
That's how blame works. You don't blame someone.
No, you can blame somebody. You can blame somebody when it's good, right?
There's a negative aspect and connotation to the word blame. It's not a positive term. I blame Grande for giving me $1 million. What? That doesn't even make sense.
You could say that.
You could. You'd be an idiot.
I'm just telling you. If we blame when it's good, we got to blame when it's bad too, right? I mean, if we blame when it's bad, we got to blame when it's good.
Grande, I think you say this shit on purpose just to trigger me. I'm really trying to figure that out. I used to just call you an idiot savant. I'm just thinking you're just an idiot. Lasai. But yeah, we're watching Vader and the Sith just decimate these Jedi fools who don't comprehend the full power of the dark side of the Force. I mean, the Vader rework is pretty nasty. This is some pretty pimpalicious stuff we're watching right now. Vader is...
Oh, you missed out, Ranger. You should have put Sith Trooper on there.
What the hell would I put that?
The red armor.
No.
Because whenever Vader crits, he takes an attack too.
Yeah, but this is just the Sith event, so I can't, so I mean, I'm not going to put the...
He's
The
got
Emperor
Sith
Royal
tag.
Guard does not have the Sith tag.
The Sith Trooper does.
Oh, you know what? I get confused because you said Sith Trooper, and I'm thinking Sith Trooper.
Sith Empire Trooper.
Yeah, it's Sith Empire Trooper.
The changed one.
I could completely.
But no, the red
off.
Armored Sith Trooper.
I could have put him in there, but it's
from
fine.
Rise of Skywalker.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just watching them just wreck shop. The Jedi have their powers of worthless. God, let's go. Keep going, Vader. Go, Vader. Power.
Lobster Trooper. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
call
I
him
can
Red
call
Lobster
him
Trooper. That really helps me out. All right. I'm going to put this on pause because we've got I want to get into our roster view. And we got our roster review, and give me a second for the game will cooperate with me. Yeah, thank you, game. Let's go full screen because we want to go full screen when we do our roster review.
Yeah.
We know it's Jay in the chat, but it's Dalshi's profile. Come on down, buddy. You're the next contestant in the roster review. And let's see what our good friend Dalshi, who's in Sigma Alliance Sith Lords. Ooh, another Sith Lord. Good. All right. Let's see here. What did our good friend? We'll call him Jay. He's in the chat, so he knows who we're talking about. And it's Dashi. I said Dalshi. It looks like an L, but I had it on the small screen. It's Dashi, and I apologize for that. Because my main thing is I want to know is how can I prove mods on teams like First Order Bounty Hunters, Old Republic Trade without stripping mods off higher grade meta teams. I'm going to rework towards like Luke next, and then Supreme Leader Kylo. But if there are any other major gear shortages in my account, I should add it to the queue. All right, so there's a way. So let's look at each of your teams. I mean, you're doing great in arenas. There's no issues there. So let's kind of go through your teams and what you can focus on. And you don't even need the best mods to do this, right? I'm just going to give you some marks. So we'll start from Bounty Hunters and work our way down. So Bounty Hunters, eventually if you work on them, boss needs a second Zeta. Well, let's talk about the teams that you actually said. Let me see. First Order. Oh, you just say Bounty Hunters. All right, so let's check speed on boss. Ideally, the set you want to run is tenacity and speed. It's not tenacity and health. You want a speed set. You want the extra speed. You want him about 270 at the minimum, roughly 280 or higher, because if you run Django Lee, that puts him in the 310 range. That keeps him from being troopered and makes Ray really hard unless they have really good mods. That'll be a tremendous help for you. And so second set on boss and a speed set. Keep the tenacity set. If you can find a couple more tenacity mods that have better speed on them, you can go with them. But the thing too is like you have your meta teams, right? You have like your Darth Revan team and your 501st team, and certain characters need speed. But the mods that I have in my inventory that I put on my secondary teams is those mods like 13 to 17, right? So if we go to your mods real quick, let's go to your mods and we'll come back to this. So we filter by your mods here and take a look at what we have. See how well you've done, my apprentice. Need to slice the one on Thrawn and on Cody and on Rey and on Malik and on Jedi Knight Revan and the other one Jedi Knight Revan. So you've got a lot of good mods and a lot of secondary mods that you can be using right now. So are there any characters that wouldn't have them? No, these are characters I would go. Rex is definitely one. Baslet definitely, Darth Revan, Thrawn. But if you start looking down the secondary tier list, like Wampa doesn't need speed. It needs, some of these characters don't need the speed per self. But if you go down the list, but anything that's like, I don't know about you, but I don't use Phasm that much, so I'd probably flip that mod over, and it's a great mod, 16 speed with protection. That would be a great mod for Bosk. Throw that mod over on him, right? So you've got great mods. Some of these need to go to 6E. But that's what you kind of focus on with Bosk, right? We want to get him around that 280 speed, get that health crap off him, keep the tenacity. If you can find a couple more tenacity mods that are better, let's see what are your top tenacity? Like the bottom right tenacity mod doesn't have any speed on it, and then So if we can get a speed set on here, it's a long-term thing there, Jay. As you start getting the materials, like from doing the events and stuff, just slice those mods to 60, because every little bit of speed will help, right? It does come down to sometimes 1 or 2 speed. So with your upper echelon slicing match you get from the events, race, things of that nature, get them, start from the top of the list. I always go to GG, start from the top of the list, look for the first 5A mod that's not 60, that's 20 speed or higher, then I'll slice that. I'll look which character it's on, and then I just go to the character and do it. Or you can just filter through the thing. It's not the tenacity. It's not the tenacity itself that I'm cared about, Jay. It's this. If you want a tenacity set, but with decent speed. So just find some mods that have decent speed, 10 to 15 range, and then put the speed set on them. And then you should be fine. Boss needs speed. The rest of the bounty hunters need damage, potency, that kind of thing. So you'll run Bubba, Django, and 2 other bounty hunters until you get your Mando and Grief going. And they're solid, but they're not ready for like GAC. And you can run Jango Lee with Bosk and just let the bounty hunters do their thing. And that's one team. The other one you mentioned here, let me go back to your list here of things. First Order. All right, let's go look at your First Order now. So First Order, Kylo needs his second Zeta. Health and crit chance, I like that. That's fine. You need to be running, if you're going to run health sets, that's fine, but you need health primaries on him with speed, as best you can. I mean, he is a slower character, but health, lots of health on your Kylo Ren. If you want to look at, like, what do I got on mine? I'll show you what I've got on my Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren. Someone say Kylo Ren? It's pretty cool. Let me look here. I'll throw mine up for his comparison. You can run a speed set. You can go all health with really good speed mods, or what I did is I went with a speed set with a health set, and the primaries were health, right? You want as much health on him as possible, and you want him as fast as possible because he's a damn good character. Some of the other characters on your team, Officer, you want decently fast. The other ones, it's just about damage. Like you want an all health set on Executioner. We should see that when we look. Yes. So
and like with Sith Trooper, usually you'll end up using them on First Order nowadays.
Yeah.
You'll want like a crit damage set on him with crit damage triangle. He doesn't really need speed because he's always assisting whenever.
Red Lobster. His name is Red Lobster.
Thank you for the insightful tip there, Grande. That was Grande's word of wisdom of the day. Don't ask for one. But yeah, so Executioner, you got and then just Officer, you want decently fast too because you want to give that turn meter going. Eventually, you'll get Hux. And actually, you can use your Hux right now. So you could use Hux, Sith Trooper, Kylo Ren. He does need a second Zeta, Executioner. There's a lot of different routes you could go. Your other Kylo Ren, you could put First Order Stormtrooper on there if you wanted to, just to be really annoying. But yeah, you have to think about that kind of stuff as well. So that's what I would do with your First Order. Definitely work on your Kylo Ren, and then see what you got on your Sith Trooper. Just know that we talked about them. Crit chance and speed. I'd switch that out. Crit chance, crit damage. Hawk should be speed, and it's speed set and health. Yeah, he's a little slow, but that's because you got the mods that you have. But it's getting there, and they're not even gear 12 yet, so there's some work to be done there. But this is these are suggestion over time, like what you need to focus on. And if you really need like a guide, like what your mods should look like in your team, you can pull up my GG page at any time and compare. Or, well, not Grande's. Grande sucks. Loki's another person I would say you could try to emulate the idea.
Suck. Go try again, Ranger.
No, you suck.
Try again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Try again.
I'll ask you one question. When's the last time you were Kyber?
Well, the last time I was Kyber was the time before this one, the time before the 3v3, because I was going for Trapped in Carbonite.
That's not Kyber.
So not the 3v3 version, but the one before that, I was Kyber.
You were Kyber.
Yeah.
Were you? You're not just saying that just because you're embarrassed about the baseball token incident? You're just trying to deflect?
Why are you trying to deflect? Yes, I was Kyber in the one before that.
I think you're lying. I think you're not telling the truth.
Okay. You can think I'm lying all you want.
Lying's not just a critter in Africa. It's a way of life, Grande.
It's not my way of life.
Oh, goodness. All right. What do we do next? Let me see here. Old Republic, eh? Was that one of the teams on there? Old Republic, yeah, it is. All right. So let's look here. Let's look. I mean, Old Republic's a team I wouldn't waste too much resources on. And by Old Republic, we're talking about Karth, Canderous, Mission, Juhani, and Zalbar. It's fine the way it is. It's a backline team. You place it down. It's a defense. Too many counters to it. I don't care how good you mod this team or what you do with it. It's just... It's too many teams just wreck the snot out of Karth.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You're just trying to take banners with that team, right? It's not a good defensive team. I would.
I don't even put it on defense anymore.
Yeah, I sometimes I was for a while, but
it never gets a hold. Like no one ever accidentally messes up on Old Republic.
Yeah, I mean it's just not worth it. Even if you mix it up, like I've even I've taken Mission Zalbar now and put them with a Kira Nest, which is pretty solid, right? With an L3.
I agree. You can take parts and pieces from it, absolutely.
But,
yes.
And then I'll save like Canderous and Carve for like Vader, right? Get those dots. That was the old Vader. The new Vader's a different story now. But I wouldn't waste resources on the Old Republic. I mean, just get them decently. Just put some decent mods on them. But I wouldn't use your best mods on any of these characters. And just if you need a team on defense as a placeholder in the back line, do not put them in the front. Then I would, just as some banner stealers. That's pretty much all they do now. So yeah, and I would actually take, if I'm going to put a team down, I would actually, if you got Scoundrels with Kira Nest, if you want to put her down on defense and throw like Mission Zalbar or L3 on that team, that's a great team to put, better than you would with just a straight Old Republic team. So there's not even worth mentioning. All right, let's go look at your Treya team, because that was a team that you had mentioned as well. So we'll go look at your Sith trio. Sith trio is an interesting team. Yours are 12. They look really good. Let's see how you get your Treya. Yep. Tenacity with lots of protection and tenacity. I like that. That's really nice. Let's see. What's your Scion? Should be Beefy Boy. Should be a Beefy Boy. He's okay beefy, but you did go health with him, which is fine. Crit avoidance is fine. Not super beefy, but decent enough. And then Nihilus should just be, let me look here. You could go speed set potency with Nihilus. You could also go potency set on with tank stats for your Scion as well. I try to get some more speed if I could, even if it's a lower speed set, just to get that additional speed, get Nihilus going faster. The sooner he's doing his drain force and the sooner he's getting turns, the quicker he is, he's going to get that annihilate off. So if we can get him a little bit faster, that would be ideally where he wants to go, especially if you're going to use this against, like, say, Geos and stuff. And then Jay saying, Nest goes with new team to require a harder counter. No, that's fine. I mean, wherever I'm just giving you a suggestion on where I've seen someone do it. I'm not saying you do that. I'm just saying that I've seen and I've used it in the past. But I mean, I was mainly making the reference for the Old Republic characters. Like if you were going to use them for something. So yeah. But I think your character's going to sit this fine. I'd probably put a speed set on Nihilus. What do I got on my Nihilus? Again, I have to go back and look at this stuff because it's been a while. I do a lot of modding and I just can't keep up anymore. I'm always working on it and I forget what I put on shit. What do I got on Nihilus? Let me look real quick. What do you got, Nihilus? Yeah, I went potency and health. What is his stats? I got his speed pretty decently, yeah. Actually, no. I have to redo him because I pulled his mods. Crap! Damn it. Oh no, what have I done, Grande? What have I done?
It's all right. It's all right. This is why we tell you.
Well, I had everything in place, and then this thing called the
Jedi. Don't do what I do. That's
well, the Jedi Luke has got my mods all discombobulated. I'm still working on replacing, put everything back the way it was, and I'm like, God damn it! Every time when these events come out, you better hurry.
TW starts in a little bit, and
they've all got mods, but they're not the ideal mods that I would want on a few characters. But they're still functional.
Did you lock for GAC already?
Yeah. I'll be fine because my main teams all have it. I mean, Nihilus, I'm looking at Nihilus now. He's got potency and some other stuff on him. He's still pretty decently fast and survivable. Just more potency than I would normally put on him, but that's fine. But he's got mods, so that's all I cared about was make sure that I had mods on everything, and then I'll go back and refine a couple of the other teams that I usually use that I have mods on. They're you can get away with them, but
it's all right. You can it's all right. You can find a control your mods up here in a little bit. It'll be good.
But yeah, all right. Let's see here. Was there any other teams? All right, and then you're going to work toward Jedi Luke next, and then Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. All right, well, let's see how you're doing for your Luke. Back to characters. Let's look at your rebels. Let's see here. All right. Getting there. You already have a Relic 7 Han, so that helps things. Oh no, that's just OG Han. It's gonna be a little while because you've got Captain Han. You need to finish. Leia's 7 stars. 3PO's 11. It's gonna be a New York minute before you're ready for them. But if you want to work toward them, that's fine. Where was your first order again? Let me look again on them. How close they were for Supreme Leader Kylo. You boy, oh boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy. You are a lot closer to First Order or Supreme Leader Kylo Ren than you are Luke. Gear, everything, because you're almost at 7-star with Sith Trooper. Hux is there. I'm pretty sure you've got So I know you got Scoundrel Han, and I know you're Palpatine squared away. Boy. I mean, I don't know when the Luke event's going to come back. You're not going to get him this time. And you're closer to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren with what you've got here. I mean, I would be remiss if I told you to save up and go for Jedi Knight Luke when you're so much closer to getting Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Oh, boy. Jedi Knight Luke is limited release while Supreme Leader class is available. Yeah, but let's say he doesn't come back for 3 or 4 months and you're just sitting there waiting. That's 3 or 4 months that you're just waiting, and then Kylo Ren's not being done. I don't know. What do you think, Grande? Do you think that he should continue on with Kylo Ren and then maybe go for Luke later on, or should he save it for Luke, wait for the event to come back, and then skip Supreme Leader Kylo altogether and not work toward it?
I don't think he's got enough in the tank to get to Luke before the event's over.
No, not for this time around, for the next time in 3 to 4 months. Thank you for paying attention, Grande.
I am. I'm just trying to think through this, okay? I have been paying attention. The second thing I would look at is I'd probably say Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, because you could probably do Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and then maybe even on the side work on the stuff for Jedi Knight Luke.
Yeah.
And maybe end up with, and maybe when the next time it comes around in 3 months, you could potentially have both, right?
Yeah, it's possible. And that's if Luke does come back. Maybe comes back in 2 months. I don't know, because they kind of threw a curveball with this.
Man, yeah, you're right. We have no idea if it's going to be traditionally, when we think about it, we think 90 days, but they've sometimes been like, oh, surprise, it's here in 60 instead of 90, right? They've done that before. So that's a big assumption. Here's the thing. There's no assumption in what's going on with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, right? We know how to get it. We can get it at our own pace. There's no panic about it, right? And that's what's kind of nice versus now what we could do is you could farm all the gear and not place it by looking at the GG page for the gear rewards, and then, wait until you've got everything ready to go and then place it all once you've gotten it all, and that way in case the Luke event did come, then you could place the gear instead on the Luke characters.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna go for Luke, that's fine. But
the way I look at it, he does
have a Galactic Legend, so
he's already got Rey, so why not go for Luke?
Yeah, screw it, go for Luke.
I would recommend going for Luke. I mean, if you didn't have a Galactic Legend, it would be a whole different story.
Yeah, God, he's so close to getting Kylo. Just needs a couple stars and gear, but yeah, that gives you the time to finish up all the rebels and get them all squared away, and then you'll get some good pieces out of that. Yeah, screw it.
I mean, Luke is amazing.
Yeah, but he's not Rey Galactic Legend Kylo amazing. But yeah. Lucky Luke, I'm seeing your about the lock-in for GAC. I mean, look, there's a lot of things GAC that, you know, with the matchmaking and stuff that we've harped on in the past, man.
Well, yeah, remember the main reason they did the locks like that was because people were switching their mods like last minute.
Yeah,
shit like that.
I mean, it's stuff like that. I mean, it's, you know, but I mean, it is what it is. We locked in. I mean, look, it's 3 rounds. But I think, you know, the timing could have been better. But, you know, for these next 3 rounds, you can't use this Vader. But the next 6 rounds, you will be able to. Because after this 3, there'll be another 3. Would it have been nice to have for these 3? Yeah, it is. Could they have like a leave button and stuff? Yeah, they can. We've harped on this stuff before. But I mean, it's fine. I mean, would have been nice, yeah. But I mean, you know, I wouldn't get that crazy about it, honestly, Luke. I mean, it doesn't suck. Yeah, it does suck. But in the grander scheme of things, I'm more concerned when it comes to GAC with matchmaking. I'm more concerned about some of the other stuff in GAC more than if a character was available at you know, to use at that point, right? So hopefully it doesn't it may give some people and vendors that waited to join, that hadn't signed up yet. That's the thing that I think is the bigger issue. Nope, Luke, you're more than glad to express your opinion, my friend. Totally fine. We value that stuff here. It could be for the 3 rounds. It could be it's going to be more of an annoying thing, but I mean, it depends on the matchmaking, right? Like, I still keep getting matched with people that do not have Galactic Legends because of the way my roster's set up, and I'm just raffle stomping them. Maybe this helps them out. Maybe trying to beat Rey and help them if they did get their Vader, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I think the matchmaking itself has been more of an issue that still is an issue. It's gotten better. It's gotten way better, but there are still problems with it. I think that's more the there'll be more of, you know, there's bigger fish to fry. Could CG have timed this better? Yeah, they could have put this out like a day or 2 ahead of time so that everybody could make their decision on Vader and stuff if they wanted to do the Zeta and stuff. But hindsight is they didn't, and you know, we just rock and roll with it, Lucky. We just rock and roll with it and stuff. And then Jay says, I'm just worried that Jedi Knight Luke will be needed as a nesting doll for something bigger. Yeah, you know, we're with you, man. Go for Luke. You know, think that you've got Rey. I would, you know, I know you're closer to Kylo, but you know, you could work on Luke until he comes back and then rock and roll and do it.
Well, I mean, you know, you can probably work on both of them at the same time. I mean,
sure.
Like, let's see here. How close is he to getting Luke? Or at least meeting the requirements?
Hey, he's a little off. He still needs Rolo. So
don't you have to get that by doing light side Hoth?
I think that's the only place you can get her. But
that's the only place you can get her, right? Is light side Hoth.
But Hermit Yoda squared away, Wampa squared away. So I think he's good on that. I think he just needs Rolo when I looked at his Rebel. So it's fine. You finish up getting your Resistance at least squared away, and then you can start getting your characters for the Rebel squared away. You see, that's the only one was Rolo. Nope, Captain Han Solo as well. So you've got Rolo's done. Captain Han's the one he didn't have. I'm sorry. My brain's not working today. He needs Captain
Han. That's a Cantina farm.
Yeah,
that's a Cantina farm.
Yeah,
right?
so okay. I don't know why I got that mixed up. Brain fart
Finn.
from Ranger Jane, 1999. Jesus.
And I'm the idiot.
Yes. Well, but yeah, Captain Han. Yeah, so yeah, he's got Lando 7 stars, Wampa, Hermit Yoda squared away. Yeah, good. We got Joe Luke. So, yep. I thought it was Rolo for some reason that he hadn't had 7 stars.
Not that far away, actually, from Luke.
So,
just getting Captain Han.
They're both closer than I thought, but still, it's a tough call. But I'm with you. If you want to go for Luke, go for it. It's you know, it'll be good, and then you'll go for Spring with Kylo Ren until they announce some more stuff, and then we'll be sitting there going, well, let's change our plan again. So, let's see here. So, Jay, I'm going to open it up to you for anything else you want us to look at. Those are what you put in the Discord of like what you wanted me to discuss. If there's anything else you want us to look at, I think there's some reworking on some mods. You don't have to put your top mods on there, but like any of your miniature mods, which you do have a lot of, that 13 to 17 range could go in a lot of your teams. I mean, think about the teams you're going to play on defense and which characters need speed and things of that nature, right? Certain characters don't need speed and things like that. So if you have any questions or something else you want us to look at, I think you're fine, man. I think a little bit of reworking on your mods is fine. I think you're playing for Luke is fine. I think you're in the right direction, man. This is a really good roster, man. I think you're doing a great job. Your mods look great, by the way. So you're doing a great job at that. Hello, Fee Fi Fo Fum. So yes. If you have any questions, we'll put that in there. And while we're waiting for Jay to see if there's anything else our good sir would like us to look at, if you would like a roster review from RSG, all you need to do is send your GG page with a little bit about what you want us to look at, and then send that to Finity in our Discord, Finity. When you do, give him a day to respond. If he hasn't responded, send him another message. But when he does respond, he'll put you in the queue. It's about a week to 10 days to wait on average. But he'll pick a date and time, set you up, so at least you know when it is. If you can be live, like Jay is in the chat or in the Zoom call, you can join us here. You can participate. If not, you'll know the day of when your roster review is. So you can go back and watch it. Regardless, you can ask us questions afterwards once we do your roster review. If there's anything we missed or that you want us to cover or you didn't quite understand after the roster review. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. We do these all the time for free. Now, if you would like it done sooner rather than later.
Free?
Yes, if you would like it done sooner rather than later, you don't wait 7 to 10 days, you want it done immediately, you can have a green Patreon, and you can bump yourself to the top of the line. It's one of the benefits we have for our green Patrons and higher, is that you can bump it up to the front of the line, and we'll do yours before anybody else. Any major characters that I don't have geared to really improve a team instead of focus on the Supreme Leader Jedi? No, I looked at your roster, man, and I don't see anything that stood out to me. Like, if we go through, I mean, Bounty Hunters could use a little bit of work, but I mean, mainly modding and gear, but I mean, yeah. I mean, they're fine for where you're at, 5.1. And this is a backline team you use just to take the stuff. Night Sisters, let's go through real quick. Night Sisters, fine. Towson needs to go to 12. Spirit needs to go to 12. But you've got Ventress and Dacus in there, Relict. Oh, God. Anything on the Separatist side? No, they're pretty good. You're working on Watt and Newt, so they're pretty solid. Your Separatists are really solid. Again, I went through here. I didn't really see anything. These are just like stuff you could work on, but nothing that sticks out. At least they're gear 11. That's fine. Yeah, I think you're fine, man. Stay on target. If you want to take some characters like 212, like we just mentioned, like get your Night Sisters to 12, you still got a ways to go with the farm, with some of these characters and stuff. I would still continue working on Hux, continue working on Red Lobster Trooper, get your Han, Captain Han squared away. And if you want to take a couple of these characters to 12, definitely Watt. Newt's pretty solid at 12, more survivability. Like your Night Sisters with Towson and Zombie, you can do that. Just to round up some teams while you're getting ready for the local event. You could do that. And maybe your Bounty Hunters get the second Zeta on Boss, second Zeta on Kylo Ren, Unmasked, to round out and make your teams a little bit better. You can do that as well. But I think gear-wise, a lot of your teams and characters and tunes are really squared away. So it's just little things here and there that you can do subtly to help make your team just round them out a little better. Like GR looks great, 501st is great. 3PO could probably go to 12. You don't need them any higher, just for survivability and stuff, just to avoid AoEs, things of that nature. So those would be the small little things I catch here and there. Your mods look great. You're doing a great job with your mods. Keep focusing on your mods. Maybe redo some speed, redo some works on some of the mods. So some of those characters need that speed. Bosk, Jedi Knight, Revan on the Jedi Knight team. You just go down the line. So you make sure they have decent speed. Speed sets on all those characters. Those main characters that need speed need to have speed sets. So I take off 4 of those mods you have on there. Keep your best tenacity ones with speed, and then put a speed set on Boss, for example. Kylo Ren needs speed and health. Jedi Revan, if you're using them, always needs speed. Yoda needs offense. Just certain things like that. Just go through your roster, and make sure that the mods that you have in the characters work for the characters. Like for Gas, I always give this example. Rex is the only one that needs speed. The rest is like Anakin's offense sets and protection out the yin yang, right? You want them offense secondaries, offensive primaries, protection primaries with offensive secondaries, and protection if you can get it. You just want to make him beefy and hit hard when he counters. But the like fives is just a tank with lots of health, and then Echo and Arc are just like your hard pipe hitting people that you want on that team. So just like that. Lucky Luke, it is in the description listed below for the Discord. We have everything linked below in the Discord, and you can come check that out there. And we also have a question Q&A section. We also have a general section. So if you have any questions, pop in there. We have an awesome community of people, and they will help you out. All right, Jay, if you have any other questions, you can ask now, or you can wait and you just hit me up on the Discord afterwards. That being said, let's start getting ready for some more questions from the wonderful skewers. And thank you for letting us look at your roster, Jay. And shout out to your guild, Sigma Alliance Sith Lord. This will cooperate with me. There we go. Thank you. Oh boy, now I have to go fight Nightbot. Let's see if Nightbot's working today. Hopefully. Keep our fingers crossed. Sometimes Nightbot's got an attitude. And it really does. Let's go back. Nightbot. Let's go back to looking at Lord Vader Pimp. Challenge tier 1. Do it. Just going to put this thing on auto because they're amazing. Put on auto. Let them do it. Ooh, dodge. And now it's Vader's turn. Look at him. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to do that. There it is. Oh God. Oh, Jesus. He's going crazy. He's going cray. Oh, so good. So good. All right. Getting the questions up. Let me look here. All right. First question is from... God damn, we got a lot of questions today. Did I miss something? Wow. Revenator, first question. This question for Ranger. Did you enjoy my meme there on Discord? Okay, that was the first one. I said it again because I wanted to look at it. Let me go find the memes channel. Memes. Let's go look. Let's see here.
Oh, yeah. The next RSG meetup meme. It's up a little bit. That is a good one.
That's really good. I like that. That's pretty good. That's fantastic. Oh God, I gotta go get some more energy. Get them a little short of my tickets. That's all right. We'll do this after this event. Let's see here. Next question. Well, Scorp30 said, question, how are you liking the new Vader? I think he's delicious. What else?
I think he's amazing.
He's amazing. Not as good as the Galactic Chase, but pretty close. Let's see. Nathan H. Question, besides Mace, which reworks would you most like to see in the game? Well, that was a big one there. Mace is one that, and I think just the Jedi in general, they just suck. Half the Jedi are amazing, but the other half are just, oh, Lord. They're really bad. I mean, like, bad. They're really poop. Like, straight poop.
Well, I mean, next to Mace, I mean, who else would you like to see them do?
Well, I mean,
there aren't ones that are completely and utterly horrible like Mace.
What do you mean? Luminar is worthless.
They're pretty bad.
Worthless.
They're pretty bad.
Plo Koon is poop. I mean, Eth Koth is a waste of space. I mean, they just need to rework their kits. They're outdated, and I mean, the Jedi faction needs some love. I think the Rebel faction. I mean, if you're gonna do something with Rebels, either put some new Rebels in there or rework them. You know, I think some of the other factions are really, really good though. Like if you look at, say, the other half of the Jedi is really, really good, but it's like feast or famine with them. Bounty hunters, scoundrels are fine. They're really, really good. I think Sith are more than fine. 501st is fine. GR is fine. So, I mean, certain factions are really good and certain factions are just, they need some love. All right. What else? Any 3 question. With the introduction of Vader's M&Ms, do you think we'll get more special ability buff like this for characters this year? Possibly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, CG's doing some stuff. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But I mean, if they're going back and reworking some stuff, I'll be pleasantly surprised. I would be really happy if they did. Nathan H. I relic EP. Which mods do you recommend for him? I'd go potency with him myself. I really want his stuff to stick. I actually am running still potency on Vader. Again, I want his stuff to stick as well. The more dots, keeping it like you mean it. I still think potency is a big one for them. Maybe speed if you wanted to, or you can make them more survivable. Vader not so much, but Palpatine can be a little squishy. Nathan's question: who would you want to be in The Walking Dead? I didn't really get into The Walking Dead. I watched, I think, season 1 and 2, and then I just kind of like, you watch Walking Dead, Grande?
I used to. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, and it's.
I mean, it's.
Yeah, not so much, man.
Yeah, it's not our bag.
I mean, I talk about why I stopped watching it, but I don't want to spoil anything for people. So
yeah, Bill Butler, a question.
Actually, start.
So
I think the reason why you stopped watching it is because you were sitting dead instead of walking dead, right?
Grande,
sure, why not?
You're. It's going to ignore you. Bill Butler, a question for all those upset about Vader. This is what CG does all the time as their owner. Our only regret is that Rey isn't good as Kylo with raids. If CG made raid viable, people wouldn't be as mad. I'm still not mad about Rey. I mean, I still get a lot of good use out of her. I mean, Rey in Lightside TV, folks, I can't stress this enough. She's a monster. 4 for 4, baby. I'll take it.
Well, but also remember, like for the counters,
Here's
most of the
the
counters.
other thing too is Vader doesn't win on defense, guys.
No.
It's not a defensive hold team.
No.
It's an offensive climb team. For everybody cannot get their panties in a wad, guys. You just can't.
Well,
we can't shit on everything they do. We just
and
can't.
not to mention a lot of these counters that you see, the characters have God mods on them.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like plus 175 speed stuff. So, you know, it's
I mean, let's
not
face
everyone can
and
come up
let's
with
face
those.
it too. The AI is pretty stupid. It does some really stupid.
the AI
let me go
is
spend some energy
really
real quick
stupid.
because I need to do that. Let's just go get some stuff. Let me look here real quick. Let me do this, and then we'll go finish the battles. Let's just get some of you. I'll just spend some energy real quick. 50. I need 40. All right, good. Now I've done my tickets. Yay! All right, Revenator, can we get a Grande word of wisdom of the day? No. I think we said we did one with his other earlier utterances that we won't talk about.
Like, I mean, tomorrow I'm gonna be taking Darth Vader to Relic 7, so he's still my favorite Star Wars character. I gotta get him up there.
All right, Jay, question. If Galactic Legend Rey leadership gave light side characters immunity to dots, they wouldn't stick at all. Would people be angry, Phil, if they nerf Vader? I mean, if they do a change to Vader or they do something with the Galactic Legends, don't be surprised, folks. But that still doesn't mean
No,
Vader's...
I totally agree. Do not be surprised if there are more changes to come. Yes.
But then you have to look at it. So he can't do much to the Galactic Legends. Every other team he's going to wreck the crap out of. So I mean, he's going to be like Luke. Luke's, on his own against Galactic Legends is me. But Vader, if they do that to him, I mean, I would still be very happy with the kit and what they did. If they nerfed it against Galactic Legends, okay.
Yeah,
but that still means Gas,
the
Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, down the line, he just beats the snot out of them. So I mean,
yeah,
it's really good.
I mean, it's an awesome change. It's about goddamn time.
And you got it for the price of one Zeta, folks. Like, seriously, stop looking at the thing of glass half empty all the time, and just say thank you.
Yeah, if somebody is, I hate to say this, if somebody is stupid enough to put a Vader on defense,
it's a total
enjoy the free
team.
climb. Enjoy the free climb, people, with your Galactic Legends.
Yeah, Vader don't belong on defense, guys. He just doesn't. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but because I autoed that event today, right? And if you put Vader in there, he doesn't always hit he doesn't hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like he's supposed to. He hits like 2 or 3 and then stops.
So I'm watching my Vader right now. He ain't missing shit. He's kicking the crap out of these fools. Oh my God, he's a monster.
I'm just saying it works, but it doesn't work as good as if you manually play it.
No, it's just true.
Well, and not to mention, Ranger, in this event, you're kind of seeing a different version of Vader than if it was facing like the Galactic Legends, because he gets a massive speed boost when he's against Jedi or Rebels.
That's true, but so, it's still nice. It's still nice to see.
They give us stuff, and then people are like, "Well, that's not enough," and I'm just like, guys, like here you go. Rather than complaining when they do something, why don't you write a list of all the things that you want to see, and then whenever you get one, check off your list and be quiet. Like, that's what I don't understand. Or like say thank you when they check something off the list. I mean, we asked for more reworks, we got a rework. We asked for more characters, we got more characters. We've asked for a road ahead and we haven't gotten it. And we've asked for something that all the players can participate in, and we haven't gotten it. But we've gotten 2 of the things that we asked for. And so it feels a little disingenuous. It feels like sometimes some people are complaining just to complain, and that nothing ever satisfies.
Right, but I think,
really
but the one complaint I would have is like is for the Galactic Legend Ray, right? Especially with all the hell you have to go through it. Like, it doesn't bother me, but I can see the perspective and respect it. That, hey, wait a minute, I spent all this money and went through all this bullshit and had a relic of Rose 5, and then Vader comes in and starts wrecking it. Like, no. I could see that, right? That's a valid complaint, but I mean,
and it's still like you said, right? The next thing they're going to do is they're going to nerf or buff one of those 2, and then someone's going to be mad about that.
Well, they can be, but you can't be, because it's a Galactic Legend. If they make that decision, I mean, you know, it's the new. It's
their game, yeah. But I mean, it is kind of funny though. Like, for the longest time, I was like, "Oh, dude, we seriously need a Rogue One Vader. We need a Rogue One Vader," and everybody's like, "Oh, yes, we need a Rogue One Vader." Now we have a Rogue One Vader, and everybody's bitching about it.
Nobody's bitching about it. That's not true. Some people are upset because of the videos. Because of the videos, they're seeing the race getting smoked.
It devalues something they spent money on. I get why they're upset, right? They devalue something. Again, it doesn't devalue it on defense. It just devalues it. You know, I mean, it doesn't devalue it on offense. It just devalues it on defense.
Yes.
So, I mean, Rey can still beat Vader if you're playing your Rey against someone else.
Oh, yeah. Vader. And again, mods are dependent on that too. You know, so I've seen the videos and stuff, but I need to see more from
it. Nightmare says, some people are only happy when they're complaining, and those people need a high five to the face with a chair.
Man, I mean, I get these people who are like, I'm not going to be happy until we get a road ahead. And I'm like, bro, you ain't going to be happy when we get a road ahead. Well, so why are you even, I mean, think about that road ahead is going to have to be like the Magna Carta and the Bible and the Quran all mixed up in
but let's also put this, hold on, Grande, let's also put into perspective. CG has done this to themselves, right? With their
totally agree, they've done it to themselves.
So when but you know, but you can be dissatisfied and unhappy with certain things that are not happening in the game or happening in the game, and still like other things that are happening in the game, right? So when I go off on CG, it's mainly because, you know, like when I get stuff right,
what I like about you, Ranger, is that you congratulate them when they do something good, and you get on their ass when they do something bad.
Right.
And I'm fine with that. To me, that's a balanced opinion, right? But the challenge I have is that some people complain all the time, and they never are like, "Hey, that was good."
Yeah,
that's the part where it gets annoying. That's the part where I don't have a problem if someone's going to critique and criticize, but then also praise and acknowledge, right? I mean,
you got to
do
both.
With that, right?
You got to do both, right? Like I said, you know, when I think the Arnold thing was garbage, and I said so. But then I also praised them for Mando and Grief. I thought they were fantastic, and Kara. I thought they were fantastic characters. I think the Jedi Luke event was really, really well done and executed. I think the Vader rework is really nice. So you can look at each thing separately and say, okay, this is really good. I like it. Great job. And then I go over and say, you have your head up your ass, right? So you have to be able to distinguish. But I think for some people, they're frustrated because they have not gotten the communication. And that's the biggest thing is that,
Oh, I totally agree with you. The communication
and the lack of content.
Here's
the thing. We've now gotten 2 characters. They could have done a road ahead 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Just talking about Luke and Vader.
I mean,
right?
what a road ahead that would have been.
It would have been an amazing road ahead.
We would have been pooping our pants.
We could have said in celebration of Father's Day and in celebration of the 40th anniversary or whatever it is of Empire Strikes Back, this is what we're doing. Expect to see some badass characters from that movie or some potential reworks. Stay tuned, and may the force be with you, and wash your damn hands and wear a goddamn mask.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Here's the funny thing,
by the
though.
way, our communication is probably going to suck because all of our employees are at home and Craig has the only computer. Thank you very much. Right?
Here's the funny thing, though. With Vader being the way he is and everybody complaining about him, I'm sifting through all the teams in the top 25 in my arena right now. None of them have Vader on it.
Well, yeah, it'll be a climbing team.
And it's all the top 10.
It's a climbing team.
Is
you don't leave that crap on defense.
Rey.
I have a couple of people in my chart I'm looking at it now. They don't climb. They just don't like doing they actually use Darth Revan with Watt and stuff for the counters. And
I do.
Stuff.
I climb with a counter. Team
So I know when they're climbing too because I'll see their team switch from their Galactic Legend to that one of those teams. So all right, Grande.
Go back to work. Ranger, Graham, Skewers, be safe. Talk to you soon.
All right, brother.
Take care, Grande.
But yeah, I think if you're upset for the Vader, you can't be upset about the rework itself. The rework is phenomenal. I love the change. I think it's really, really good, and I think it's valid and it's warranted with a character like Vader. I do see the complaint too on the other side though about people that have Rey, and I'm one of the people that have Rey, and I don't really have a problem with it. That it can beat Rey too easily and I think this is the other part of it too is when Luke came out. And Luke by himself can't be doing the same crap that Vader's doing all of a sudden, right? You just went through a heroic event for a heroic character, right? For Luke, who can't really, that specifically has Galactic Legend in his kit that doesn't work against them. So I think that might be where this is stemming from for those that are upset about it because both those characters.
There's also a chance that this so-called Vader counter can probably do the exact same thing to Kylo.
No, from far I've been told so far, people have been messaging me. The Vader thing ain't doing so hot against Kyle's a monster. He's a real monster against it. Not having as much success. I know Cubs did a video. It's if anybody can see what's Kyle doing, and people mess with me all the time. Have you seen this? And and it's from what I've been seeing, Vader's not working against Kylo.
But then again, Rey beats the crap out of Kylo, doesn't she?
They're equal. I mean, it's offensive. Rey will beat Kyle, and Kyle will beat Rey on offense. This is the way they're designed to. You just have to know when to use your abilities, and then oh, Kyle, you're done. Well, my ultimate's ready. Death. It's like that. So, but we'll see.
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong if Vader can't beat Kylo, and Rey beats Kylo. But then Vader beats Rey. It's just rock, paper, scissors.
Well, we'll have to see. Again, it's only been a day. We have much more information. So before we really, know anything and really know for sure, right? And again, mod dependent. There's a lot of information that we really need to look at and stuff. But let's get back to these questions because I've got some stuff to do. So I want to kind of go through these quickly. What else in 3 question? Why is Grande giving Ranger $1 million? I'll blame him if he gives me $1 million too. Sure, go for it. What else in 3? I'll be happy for you. Skywalker Vader question: with the rework of Vader, we remodding? I don't know. I haven't remodded mine yet. I mean, I'll pull them up.
I remodded mine. I went offense.
I mean, you could go offense. I love potency, man. I love that shit sticking on them because the more dots he has, the better he is, in my opinion. I mean, if I can figure out how the alphabet works. So for my Vader, I've got all potency on him. Now I do need to change him up a little bit, but I mean, I had this just to make sure that he's stuck his crap on him. I'm all about his dots landing, but maybe I'll go a little bit more.
Well, I
offense,
mean, you could
but,
like
I've got his
offense
potency,
set will still allow you to do a potency set as well.
I know, but his potency is 107.48. I kind of like it over 100%. We'll see. I'll test it out like this. You can test it out with other people can test it out for offense. We'll see how it works. So, Gaff P question, not a question, but want to thank RSG, specifically Ranger and Loki, for the Galactic Ray walkthroughs. I've just met the criteria. I had 4 battles and 4 easy win. Thanks, guys. You're welcome, Gaff P. Yeah, I mean, it
That's
works.
awesome.
The strategy works. Now, I did the Ray event yesterday, but I messed up the order and stuff, but it still works. So I went back and tried it later on, and I did it just like I did before, and I was able to beat it. So now I know my mods are pretty spectacular too, but I tried it a couple times and it does work. So it still works. You just have to follow the plan, execute the plan. Now there are some other teams and strategies out there that you can try too if you're having problems. So, but people that watch the video says it still works. So I got to go with what the data is telling me right now. Nightmare question. Just Relic 7 my gas finally. Congratulations, Nightmare. No idea how to mod him. Ranger help. You damn right I'll help you. Real simple. I'm going to pull mine up right now. So if we look at gas, this is what he should look like. Now I went with the defense set. You can go with health set here if you want to, but I want him to be a beefy boy. You see I've got an offense set on him. I've got a defense set on him. And if you look at the stats, come on, hit stats, stupid ass stats. Lots of protection, lots of health, but I've got tons of offensive on him. And if you look at the modding, the way I did it, main thing I was looking for with mods that have offensive capabilities like crit chance and protection, offense protection. I wasn't worried about speed, defense protection, offense crit chance. You can see the pattern here, right? Protection with more protection. And so that's what I want. His speed's not that important. Mine's at 248. I could probably get him about 250. That's not what you want, but that's how you want him to look. And if you went instead of defense, I just went defense because I had it and it just made his defense a little bit better. But if you went like a health set here, you could. If you want to make him a hit harder, you could put maybe a crit chance. But that's still, you want those protections secondaries. You want him to be beefy. You want him to hit hard when he counters, and you want him to stay up as long as possible. So that's kind of the way you do it. Gav P, how quickly did you unlock Vader's new ability? I did it immediately. And what do you think of Vader's rework? It's truly rare. Recently I say this, but well done, CG. Yeah, I think I did it immediately. As soon as I came back, I did my workout, got rained on again. Out there in the middle of the middle of my walk run, I'm like, really? It's gonna rain on me again? That's 4 out of 5 days I've been pissed on when I've been running. It's like shit.
Oh, I guess it could be worse, Ranger. It could be like 95 degrees outside.
I prefer that
super
over
duper humid.
No, I prefer
like
that.
80% humidity.
No, that shit doesn't bother me. What does bother me is running through a monsoon. That hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like my skin was getting scratched to death. But I just powered through and then just like an idiot. Let's see here. But yeah, I think Vader's rework is phenomenal. I think it's a great job. I really was amazed. As soon as I looked at it, I think everybody in our guild, and I'm sure everybody's got the same thing. They're like, you're seeing Zetas popping and flying all over the place. Nathan H. question: if I take Jingo out of a Newt team, what are some recommendations of who I run with him? I've never been using Newt, Jingo, Dooku, Jordica. I have been using Newt, Jingo, Dooku, Jordica, and Naz. I've been placing Watt with GG. If you take Newt out, not a lot of options there for you, brother. You could put in a Sun Fac, but then you're taking away from your Geonosians, so you don't want to do that. You're kind of limited on the Separatists that you could put in. You could put a Asajj, she would work, but then you're pulling from your Night Sister team. So, I mean, you could go with just a random tank, just to cover, unless you want to make Nest the highlight. You could go with another offensive character. I mean, who could you put on that team? If you're going to take out Newt, you want somebody that's like support or something.
So which team was he talking about?
It's the Jingo, Dooku, Droideka, Nest, Newt team. If you take out...
Well...
If you take out Jango, and I don't use Jango on that team,
Django's really good on that team, though.
He is, but he just works so well with my bounty hunter team, which I'm showing in GW right now. Well, that's a great question. I'm kind of at a loss. Like, who would you put in there?
But yeah, like for that one, I run Dooku, Django.
No Django.
Droideka.
No Django. You don't have Django, so who are you going to put for Django?
Well, he's.
That's the question, Grim.
Let's see here. What are some recommendations of who I run him with?
Without Django.
Run Newt without Django. Okay.
Right. You got Dooku, you got Droideka, you can put Nest on there.
B1 works.
You could put L3 on there if you're not using her as a scoundrel. That could work, right? That's the tank you need, Autotoner. That could work, right? L3 would be fine. You could go.
But then
Stormtrooper Han for the turn meter.
B1 works really good.
No, I'm not pulling him off.
Stealth and he just starts.
No, I'm not
building up that.
No, I'm not pulling him off the Grievous team. That's crazy.
No. It's an option though, because B1 gets extraordinarily beefy under a Dooku lead.
Not really. I would have a field day with that. Well, I mean, but it doesn't have Django. So what am I talking about? Jesus Christ! It totally throws. I'd say put in a tank, go L3 or go with Stormtrooper Han, something along those lines. You get some value out of it, right? So I can't think of anybody else. Oh boy. That's a good question. Damn it. That would be my suggestion.
They're saying Watt. I wouldn't put Watt on that team. Watt is better on other teams.
You could. I mean, unless you're going to put him on the Grievous team, but you could go traditional team with Grievous. You could do Watt. Yeah, Watt would be really good on that team because he just starts some of those buffs out. You could go Watt. That wouldn't be bad. That worked for me. All right. Spiderface101 says, "Hey, if you're a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I know I would. Hell, I'd smother myself in ketchup and mustard and have a field day. Cannibalism be damned. If you're delicious, you're delicious." And then I'd finish myself off with my other good hand with an ice cold Budweiser. Budweiser, the king of beer. All right. Nobunagas' question: assuming Vader isn't nerfed, is it still wise to prioritize Galactic Legends first in your farming after Mallet Gas? Vader counters Rey, Luke counters Supreme Leader Kylo. I still think you need I think you need the Galactic Legends.
If you don't have a Galactic Legends, get the Galactic Legend done first. If you already have one, that gives you an option to be able to go for these other cool ones, because the Galactic Legends, regardless of what they do, they're still going to be badass. Yeah. You know, Luke's still going to kick ass. Kylo's still going to kick ass in the raids.
Yeah, they're still
Rey's
amazing.
Still got kick ass in arena.
They're both amazing in arena. They're both still amazing in GSC. They're not pushover teams, right?
You know, if you don't have God mods, you should not be going for these quote unquote GL counter teams.
Well, if you look at them, right, they're all relic. Like the videos I saw were like relic 4 or higher on all the characters. And that's Thrawn.
Yeah, but with amazing mods, mods that not everybody has.
All right. We already answered how we mod Vader already. Nobunaga question. Assuming Vader's... we did that one already. Gappy question. Would putting Mission Zalbar with Kira Vander, Chewie, L3 be better than having young Han and young Lando for the Kira Stall team that is on defense? I've had mixed results. So I've put young Han and young Lando. Now they're gear 11 back in the day with that team. And I got some holes. It's really, really good with the prepared team. With Kira of Nest, L3, or Vandor. I've had some good results, but I've also had some good results with the suggestion you had with Mission and Zalbar on the team. I would say
that's the old school Scoundrel Stall team.
Yeah, they're both really good. I think it depends on what level your characters are at, gear wise and mod wise. If you're gonna put that team on defense, like go with your best one you got. And they'll both be effective. It's just they'll be more effective based off gear and things of that nature. But yeah, I don't think one has an advantage over the other. They have their advantages and disadvantages. Skywalker says, rework Vader or remodding him. You can. I'm going to stick with mine the way he is right now, but we'll see how it works. Bill Butler question: please tell Grande that the amount of gear, time, and effort and money we put into Rey to now have a day one character record means that we have the right to be upset, so he has a right to disagree. No, I made that point for you, Bill Butler. Yeah, and I think it's a valid complaint. I absolutely do. So I got you, Bill. Jay, question: now that Ray has multiple 60 bounder counter teams, what would it require to be able to do to 60 bounder Supreme Leader Kylo Ren? I mean, there are counters to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. It's the I'm trying to think what it was. Someone's using Darth Revan, Watt, and Thrawn. I know that team's with GBA, but that's an arena. I don't know what you do with GAC. But I know someone that does do that and does climb and kicks the crap out of, in my shard, that kicks the crap out of Supreme Leader Kylo Ren.
Yeah, there is
because once
one Darth
Fracture,
Revan team in the top 10.
Once Fracture hits, once Fracture hits Supreme Leader Kylo Ren with that setup, you burn down the team and you're off to the races. So. It can work. It's not as effective as it is against Rey, but it does work pretty well, and especially if you've got the mods. So, but I don't know if you're going to get 60 banners. See, Kyle's just a different animal now, especially since it changes. So, I don't know. I don't have a direct answer for you. Adele, question: do you think Relic 7 Vader lead with Shore, TIE Fighter, Pilot, Thrawn, and Watt is good? I do think that is a good team. You can throw maybe instead of TIE Fighter, Pilot, you can go with Palpatine. If you want to go Vader lead, you can throw Palpatine in there. The stuns are fantastic. They're such a good comedy together. But I think if you ran that team, I think that would be a good team as well. Kazakage, too easy question. How do you mod Lobot and Cup? The correct answer is you don't.
Or you mod them with mods.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Just they're placeholders. Yeah. Jay says the biggest question is the 60 banner counter. Plus you can't fracture Spring Leonard can only use double tank. True, but I mean that's why you have like GBA in there and stuff. That's why they run that, is because you have the speed on GBA anyway. You clear the taunts. Thrawn's fast enough that he goes in there and fractures Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. There are videos and stuff out there on it, Jay. But again, I don't think it's a 60 banner team. I'm just talking about win. But if you're actually 60 banner, I don't have a team for you, brother. I just don't. I don't know how you perfect the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team. It's too easy for that team to take banners. Even if you do get the victory, it's still too easy to take banners. So I just don't think it's a viable strat at the moment. I haven't seen anybody be able to go perfect on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren simply for the fact that, they just do too much AoE and shit. So yeah, I don't think that exists at the moment, but we'll see. People are always out there theorycrafting and stuff, and we'll see what happens. All right, I think that's the last question. I think that covers it. So let's do one more battle with Vader, and we'll call this a day. Then I got some stuff I got to go do. So, and then we'll be back tonight with some Don't Starve Together, so you guys can check that out over on Twitch with Finn and McVenom and Durgan and everybody. I mean, I just love watching the Bounty Hunter team. God, I said Vader, but I just wanted to see my Bounty Hunters in action. They're so bloody good. God, they're so good. I'm so glad I invested in that team. That has been one of the funnest teams.
Yeah, the Bounty Hunters
they're so much fun. I missed yours, Nightmare. Let me go back and look. I didn't see it. No, I did cover yours, Nightmare. You had the one about gas being relicked. I covered that. I showed you how I have mine. Go back and watch the video. I covered it. You weren't paying attention, young man. I did cover it there, buddy. But yeah, I really enjoy the Bounty Hunter team. And, I'm going to enjoy the Vader team. I just like evil shit and killing stuff. But the Bounty Hunter team is so much fun. God, they're so fun. They're just a fun team, man. All right, I think we're good. So if you guys could give us the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. We're past 5K and climbing. My next big goal is to get to 10K. So if you'd like to join in because you like the content, please do. We would love to have you here. We stream all the time. But yeah, and we'll start working. I'm still working on Luke. I'll pull up my roster right now to show you guys what the stuff I'm working on as we go away. So give you time to hit the thumbs up before I say my bye-byes. Bye. Well, what other question are you talking about? Nightmare, I'm gonna I don't see another question from you, man. I'm looking. Unless it didn't pick it up. Of course, that could be a Nightbot thing. Oh, I didn't see you said thank you, but no, that's why I was saying, like, what are you talking about, man? I know I hit that question, man. Come on, man, don't be messing with me. It's Taco Tuesday. We can't be having all this kind of stuff on Taco Tuesday. So I am still working on Luke, and then I'm going to finish Han to Relic because I already got Chewie and CLS done. I might as well throw in OG Han in there, and then it's all back in on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I am working on ships. 3 ships I'm working on at the moment is Vulture Droid, Hyena, and Starfighter. When Bomber and Y-Wing for Rebel come out, I will do that. Yeah, send it to me in Discord. I don't see it. It's not popping. Let me. I'll refresh it one more time, but let me look see Nightmare if it missed it. Yeah, the only one I see is the Luke one. I'm looking further down. Yeah, it must have not picked it up, brother. I don't know why, but it didn't. So, well, that happens. But yeah, send it to me in Discord. But yeah, those are what I'm working on right now. So. Doing that, and then it's just gearing, man. It's card text, it's finishing pieces. So I'll get Han, I'll get Luke definitely done. I'm farming the shit out of card text right now, and then I'm gonna go back into finishing these characters up to get them ready for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So we'll keep rocking and rolling, and keep fighting the good fight, folks. Have some fun. Tomorrow I will, during the lunch stream, set my GAC defense. Don't know who we're facing. We're still on our way for Cabber, doing the Cabber thing. So, yeah, we'll do that. So, all right, with that, we're going to call this one done. So, everyone have a great rest of your day. Check out Don't Starve Together. We'll be back tomorrow for more fun on the lunch stream. And then tomorrow we have the longest running live stream in the community, getting closer and closer, a couple weeks away, 3 or 4 weeks, I think 3 weeks away from our 4-year anniversary of when we streamed for 4 years ago starting. Can you believe it? 4 years of streaming. What is going on?
You know what would be cool is if on the anniversary you could do like say a review slash reaction to your very first episode.
Oh, I don't want to watch that.
Just to see see how much things have changed since then.
Oh no. Oh no. It was bad. It was real bad. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. It was horrible. No way. Last thing we'll say before we go, guys, have a great rest of your day. Wear your mask, keep your social distancing, wash your hands, be safe out there, especially here in the U.S. Coronavirus is still a thing, man. We want to keep you guys here watching us. We'll get through this together. We'll keep you entertained. You just keep watching, but be safe out there, folks. Really be safe. All right, with that, peace out, and we will holler at you.